Yeah, welcome back, student. Now we are going to consider a new topic is the density of the electrons in the conduction band of an intrinsic semiconductor. As we all know that semiconductors are the material whose resistivity or conductivity should lies in between the insulator and the conductor. Semiconductors are classified into two types based on the addition of impurities. If there is no impurity in the semiconducting material, then it's called intrinsic or pure semiconductor. If any impurity is added by a doping process over the pure semiconductor, then the semiconducting property will changes. Material are called as extrinsic or impure semiconductor. Now we are discussing about the pure semiconductor, that is intrinsic semiconductor. As we all already learned about this in the previous lecture. The intrinsic semiconductor means a pure semiconductor when there is no application of the field over the semiconducting material. Under that condition, that is at T is equal to 0 Kelvin, the electrons are in the valence state, the conduction band is empty, the Fermi level lies at the middle. When T is not equal to 0, when we apply the temperature over the semiconducting material, the electrons in the valency band goes to the conduction band by creating holes in the valency band. So the Fermi level lies once again at the middle because the concentration of the electron and the concentration of the holes are equal in the conduction band and the valency band. To find the total carrier concentration of an intrinsic semiconductor, we are supposed to measure the concentration of the electrons in the conduction band and the concentration of the holes in the valency band. So to find the total carrier concentration of an intrinsic semiconductor, now we consider the topic density of electrons in the conduction band of an intrinsic semiconductor. So we have taken this part. In an intrinsic semiconductor, under the applied field, the concentration of the electrons are in the conduction band. As we all know that when the field is applied to the intrinsic semiconducting material, the electrons which initially in the valency band, after gathering the energy, they will shift to the conduction band. To find the concentration of the electrons in this conduction band, we are going to consider this energy level diagram. From the energy level diagram and from the semiconductor band theory, we are going to measure the total value for this electron concentration. Let's start. So here, the number of electrons per unit volume in a conduction band for the energy level E and E plus D is given by integral dNE is equal to NE is equal to integral EC to plus infinity Z of E into dE into F of E. So here, to find the carrier concentration of an electron in the conduction band, we are considering the general equation as integral dNE is equal to NE is equal to integral limits are EC to plus infinity, EC to plus infinity, because our consideration is the conduction band, the limits from the lower level to the higher level, Z of E into dE into F of E, where this Z of E into dE is the density of states in the energy interval E and E plus dE. F of E is the Fermi distribution function. So by considering the density of states and the Fermi distribution function for an electron, we are going to measure the carrier concentration of an intrinsic semiconductor for conduction band. So here the values of Z of E and dE and F of E are taken as a constant. For Z of E into dE, from the density of states for the energy interval E and E plus dE, the total density of the electron is given by Z of E into dE is equal to 4 pi by h cube into 2m, then whole power 3 by 2, then E power 1 by 2 into dE. Let's consider this as equation number 2. So here in equation 2, from the energy level diagram for intrinsic semiconductor, we are going to modify some terms. Here this m is the mass of an electron. In semiconductor, the mass of an electron is considered as an effective mass because the energy is transferred from one place to the another place. The electrons moves from the valency band to the conduction band. We can write the mass of an electron as me star instead of m. The first changes from equation number 2 is we are modifying the term m. M becomes me star. Then the value of E is also changed. Here the value of E is changed from E minus EC. So here this just a Fermi energy level is nothing but we can consider this as an E minus EC from bottom to the up. So we can write for conduction band the energy changes is as E minus EC. So we are modifying the term the E also. So E changes to E minus EC into dE. The equation 2 is further modified as 4 pi by h cube into 2 m becomes me star whole power 3 by 2. E becomes E minus EC the whole power 1 by 2 into dE. And also we know from the Fermi distribution function, the f of E is equal to 1 by 1 plus E power E minus Cf by kBt into dE. So since kBt is very small, the Boltzmann constants with respect to the temperature is very small, and since kBt is very small and E minus EF is greater than kBt, then we can consider E power E minus Cf by kBt should be greater than 1. Therefore, 1 plus E power E minus Cf by kBt is nearly equal to E power E minus Cf by kBt. So these conditions are derived and considered from the Fermi distribution function for the density of the electron within the energy interval E and E plus dE. Therefore, we can just write f of E as E power EF minus E by kBt. See, as we know, the condition number 4 from Fermi distribution function, 1 by 1 plus E power E minus Cf by kBt from the boundary conditions. We are writing 1 plus E power E minus Cf by kBt is nearly equal to E power E minus Cf by kBt. So we are changing the values here. Instead of 1 plus E power E minus Cf kb, we are writing this one. So on further simplifying this term, we can finally get f of E is equal to E power EF minus E by kBt. Let's consider this as condition number 5. So then substituting the equation 3 and substituting the equation 5 in condition number 1, we can write NE is equal to integral EC to plus infinity 4 pi by h cube to ME star 3 by 2 E minus EF 1 by 2 into E power EF minus E by KBT into D, condition number 6. So from condition 6, we are getting that constant parameters out. Let NE is equal to 4 pi by h cube to ME star 3 by 2 E power EF by KBT, then integral EC to plus infinity EC minus E minus EC by whole power 1 by 2 into E power minus E by KBT into D. Let consider this as condition number 7. To integrate the above condition, we are going to assume that E minus EC is equal to X, or we can write E is equal to EC plus X. So here the terms are in the E term expressed in the form of an E notation. To integrate the above term, we are going to convert all the terms in the X term. So we are assuming E minus EX is equal to X, or we can write E is equal to EC plus X when E is equal to EC. We are changing that limits first, lower limit. When E is equal to EC, then substitute this EC in this condition, then we get EC minus EC is equal to X, X is equal to 0. We can change EC as 0. When E is equal to plus infinity, upper limit, plus infinity minus EC is equal to X, we are substituting this value infinity here, then we get X is equal to plus infinity. So the plus infinity remains the same as a plus infinity. So differentiating this equation with respect to X, we get dE is equal to dx. So these are all the values we are going to be changed in condition number 7 to solve this above integral. So substituting the just parameters which we have obtained here in condition number 7, we get NE is equal to 4 pi by h cube 2 star 3 by 2 e power ef by kbt. So the term which we have taken as a constant that we have to repeat here. Then integration for EC we have to write 0. For plus infinity we have to write plus infinity. For E minus EC we are going to consider as an X, and for minus E we are going to consider EC plus X to dx. So simplify this term, we get NE is equal to 4 pi by h cube 2 ME star 3 by 2 e power EF minus. So here we are just simplifying the term and we are getting that e power EC by KT out. So we write e power EF minus EC by KBT. Then integration x 1 by 2 e power minus x by kbt into dx as condition number 8. So to solve the above integral, here we are going to use the gamma function. From the gamma function, the above value, the above integration is already solved and it's given by integral 0 to infinity x 1 by 2 e power minus x by kbt into dx is equal to kbt 3 by 2 pi 1 by 2 by 2. So therefore the equation 8 can be modified as NE is equal to 4 pi by h cube into 2 ME star 3 by 2 e power EF minus EC by kbt into, instead of this integration, write the value which we obtained from the gamma function, that is kbt whole power 3 by 2 pi 1 by 2 by 2. So finally by solving this we get NE is equal to 2 into 2 pi ME star kbt by h square whole power 3 by 2 e power EF minus EC by kbt. So this becomes as condition number 9. So that's all. Thus the condition 9 shows the value for density of electron or the carrier concentration in the conduction band of an intrinsic semiconductor. So that's all, students. So kindly just go through the terms, and if you have any doubt, you can raise your doubt. So our consideration is the density of electrons in the conduction band of an intrinsic semiconductor. To find the density of electrons in the conduction band of an intrinsic semiconductor, let's consider the energy level diagram. So this energy level diagram for an intrinsic semiconductor, when T is not equal to 0, all the electrons are in the conduction band and all the holes are in the valency band. To find the total carrier concentration, we have to measure the concentration of the electrons in the conduction band, and we have to measure the concentration of the holes in the valency band. To find the concentration of the electrons in the conduction band, we have started our process. The general equation is considered as Ne is equal to integral Ec to plus infinity. For electron concentration, we have to write Ec to plus infinity. Suppose for a whole concentration, we have to write minus infinity to Ev. So these are changes. For electron, Ec to plus infinity, Ec to plus infinity. The remaining terms will same. Z of E into dE into F of E. Z of E into dE is from a density of state, F of E from Fermi distribution function. So from density of state, the electron concentration is already measured and they have taken as constant, that is 4 pi by h cube into 2 m into 3 by 2 e power 1 by 2 into dE. Here we are modifying the parameter m and e. So m becomes me star and e becomes e minus ec. Then from Fermi distribution function, we know f of e is equal to 1 by 1 plus e power e minus ef by kBt. So this value is further modified from the variation of the temperature. So from the variation of the temperature, we can write 1 plus e power e minus ef by kBt is equal to e power e minus ef by kBt. So the condition number 4 is modified and we get condition 5. F of e is equal to e power ef minus e by kBt. Condition number 5. So now substituting the just obtained value of f of e and z of e into d in condition number 1, we get an equation 6. So from equation 6, we are taking that constant terms out. So it becomes condition number 7. To solve the condition number 7, to solve this integration term, we are assuming that E minus EC into 1 by 2 as x for 1 by 2. That is E minus EC is equal to x. From this, we can write E is equal to EC plus x. When E is equal to EC, we are changing the limits. When E is equal to EC, we get x is equal to 0. When E is equal to infinity, we get x is equal to infinity. So all the E terms are changed in the x term. So differentiating these equation with respect to x, so dE is equal to dx. So substitute the changes which we obtained in condition number 7, we get condition like this. That is 4 pi by h cube 2 m star 3 by 2 e power ef by kBt integral 0 to infinity x 1 by 2 e power minus